Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm here 365 days of the year, and it is the Black and Orange channel, which is named after the colors of Halloween. So October's kind of a thing around here, and yesterday I didn't get to tell you guys I bought my Halloween costume. I'm just waiting for it to come in. So anyway, hello. I got two of these actually, so you'll be seeing another one. It's very soft. I'm very surprised. It's very soft. I got the same thing in black, and I've been waiting for one that has pumpkins. I ordered it months ago, and it still hasn't shown up. Hopefully it will. Anyway, and here we have the boys and kitty. Yes, we do. We have the cutie. Hi. Hello, sweet pea. Hello, sweetie. Anyway, so here we are. 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. Hi. And we have epic troll slayers who I am so grateful for your help. This would not be possible without you. The internet, the interwebs are a wild and dangerous place. There we go. So we can see the kitty just a little bit. Let me see if I can move this. And there's not a real easy way to do that. Okay, so that's just going to sit there. Okay. So you can see the kitty. So anybody. Anyway. All right. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions covered today are there. And I timestamped them as I go along. Thank you guys. You are so sweet. This is why I do this every day, because you guys are great. And because we have questions. And so I've got a bunch of your questions in the description box already. And okay. Number one, I'm going to start out. Let's start out with a prayer for news. The bell at Washington National Cathedral in Northwest D.C. will toll 700 times Tuesday evening, starting at 5 p.m. to honor the 700,000 people in the United States who have died of COVID. For those of you who are outside of the country, we were a country of 330 million. That's a blow. So I want to start with this. All right. So all of our souls are connected. Sorry. All of our souls are connected. All of our souls are small pieces of the divine. And we are forever connected. And we do not have to beg or make sacrifices or anything. We just have to ask, please, full force of the divine, pour energy down into all of the world. Fill all of the world with divine energy, vibrations higher and higher and more loving, more healing, physically, mentally, emotionally. Fill the world until it is overflowing over just all of the divine energy, just pouring into the world and filling up everyone until it is just filling the universe. For the good of all, bless all those who have passed on. Bless all of their souls, and bless all who remain, who know someone, who've cared about someone who's no longer with us. So that we all know we are connected, so we all know that we are never alone. And so we all know that we go back to a better place, back up into the highest vibrations, the most love, for the good of all. Okay. All right. So I wanted to start with that today. Also, I wanted to, you know me, forewarned is forearmed. I have been looking up more, as much as I can find out, about ye old Pluto return. On February 20th, 2022, so 02202022, or since I'm constantly saving files and they need to be in order, so I always type in year, month, day, so that the files are in order, year to year to year. 20220220. Anyway, so that's when that's happening. And so I have my own ideas, but I've been wanting to read as much as I can about what other people are finding out about that, because the Pluto return in the United States chart it's huge. It has huge energetic effects, and we can't. I think that we ignore this at our, maybe not peril, but definitely not a good idea to ignore this. So in the U.S. chart, I can show you of all the, it's hard to see because everything's kind of whited out. I've got the, rather than blinding myself with the lights, I turned up the exposure quite a bit. But Pluto here, it's in this second wedge. This is the first wedge, which goes from, sort of like 9 o'clock on a clock face down to 8, and then from 8 to 7. Well, Pluto's in the 8 to 7 area, 7 to 8 area. And this wedge, this is a house, and this is, it's the house of Taurus. It's the house of values and valuables. Pluto is all about power, plutonium, power. It isn't like Mars, war, that kind of power. It's who really has the power in government and control, who has the gold, who has it's a very intense, it rules Scorpio, which is a very intense, fixed water sign, emotional sign, very strong emotions. I can explain it. I can explain it kind of this way, which is this wedge here is kind of goes in this direction. This fifth wedge here is about what we create. It's about fun. It's about it can't be about children, but it's about what we create and fun, and can be gambling, can be all kinds of stuff. And here we have this wedge is your daily work and your health, so you're taking care of that. And then we get up here, and this wedge is partnerships. It's when you get married, right? This wedge is what comes after. This is that absolute intense intimacy, that edge of death, that burn everything to the ground so things can, the phoenix can rise out of the ashes. And it is about rebirth, but it's about bowling everything down first so that good can come. That's the house of Scorpio ruled by Pluto. So that's the Pluto energy. So when our revolution happened in the oh, thank you guys. Sorry, I was checking. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. He's a good boy. Good boy. Anyway. This chart is when the American Revolution happened. And those of you who've watched Hamilton, you know the kind of, we want representation, we want, there was a lot to it. There was also a sense of, we're going to have a revolution and we are in the right to do so. The rebel is Uranus, but who ends up with the power is Pluto. This is also why we have been such an economic powerhouse, because this Pluto energy has been in this house of values, valuables, your money. Scorpio over here rules other people's money, taxes, inheritances, but this is your money, and that's where our power is. And Eris, the asteroid Eris, is there as well, which you can think of Eris is halfway between Wonder Woman. She's kind of the feminine Mars and a rival. She's somewhere between Wonder Woman and the Romans called her Discordia. So we have both of those in this. All right. So, and Pluto's coming back to this spot in our chart. So what is that going to mean? Well, let's put together some of the keywords and just start thinking it through. On the good side, Pluto, I read something by Celia Winter, who called Pluto the annihilator of the false. That's good. That's a good thing. Because the idea is maybe a lot of this fake stuff we've been dealing with, and the people who say they have power and don't, perhaps that will finally, it will come to a head and it will be like, no, absolutely not. You do not have the power. That's not how this is going to work. So that's possible. But there's someone else who was talking about other countries, their Pluto returns. And on the one hand, it was like, okay, Spain apparently had a Pluto return. And when Spain had their Pluto return, dictator Francisco Franco relinquished power. But I haven't researched the timing on that, if that's correct, because they also said similar things happened like in France. And it's like, but France hasn't had their Pluto return yet. Modern France happened during the French Revolution, which is a good 10, somewhere between 10 and 20 years after we had our revolution. So maybe they were using an older chart. I don't know, but people these days, they just use the French Revolution chart. Anyway, so second house is finances, resource, values, and valuables. With a Pluto return, these are quotes from I found, we are confronted with the pain, abuse, and discrimination that have been piling up for 247 years. Okay. Michael Granting, Pluto return occurred with the Reformation in 1517. Chris Martin Heil, did I step into history or astronomy? You stepped into astrology. So we're just going over this before I get to some of the modern day questions, because this coming February 20th, which is not that long off, I think we need to understand what the energies are going to be like. And this is historic. This stuff like this doesn't happen all the time, and it usually means big things. This was an interesting quote. We're questioning the values our country was built on, prompted by the explosive energy of Pluto that doesn't accept compromise. So the U.S. second house it's got Capricorn, and Capricorn is all about privilege, judgment, power, and abuses. Power abuses, privilege, that sort of thing. Second house is land, property, and resources. So I will continue looking into this, but I've also been, and help me out here, because keep your ear to the keep your ear to the ground if you start hearing about anything in the news that is scheduled right around February 20th. Is there going to be a rally? Is there going to be a piece of legislation coming up for a vote, an important piece of legislation? Is there going to be, what is anything, are we going to have any ideas ahead of time? I mean, generally speaking, it's with Uranus, it's hard to, it's like, or we're just not going to know, because the whole thing about Uranus is the bolt out of the blue. Quite often you just don't know, because things just happen and you're like, what? So Linda says, does Pluto next February mean American democracy will fall? On the contrary, I don't believe so. In fact, I believe all the outmoded garbage will fall. But what form is that going to take? That's what I'm concerned about, because I have my moon in Cancer. I worry about you. I worry about the kitty. I want everybody to have warm sweaters and warm toes, and this is anyway. So it really is kind of a heads up. Diana says the symbolism in the date of Pluto return is quite powerful. Angels bring stability, harmony, transformation, and balance. Yes, please. Michael Grant, eat spinach, says Popeye. Beware of voter rights. Keep an eye on voter rights, yeah? And wait, there was something else someone said. Does Pluto only affect America? It will affect other countries too at other times, but this is specifically coming back to affect the chart of the United States specifically. So Kate says, autumn for president 2024, warm sweaters for all. Aw, you are such a sweetheart. I don't know that I'd be a good president, though. But anyway, there was something that was it. Okay, Scotia Sweetie was saying, I think of Pluto energy like Pluto doesn't just find where the bodies are buried and digs them up, lays them out with the blazing fire of truth and how they got there. Yes, absolutely. So numerology. Michael Grant, I had a 32nd degree Mason as a roommate. No, I'm afraid I don't understand. Scotia Sweetie says, I think the U.S. Pluto return will hit the karma of colonization for the UK as well, but that's my idea. Could be. With warm sweaters for all is a great campaign slogan. Yes, but not during climate change. I wish I could there could be warm sweaters for all, but okay. Michael Grant says that the Pluto midpoint or opposition to the 1517 encounter, there was the English Civil War or the War of the Three Kingdoms, Oliver Cromwell. Yeah, so there's potentially things, but I'm not. I just, to some extent, we have we've gone through a lot already, and the power of the fascists is waning. So what my hope is that it just means we are moving toward really just finally clearing up the last of the roots and throwing that garbage out. And then we can start a whole new 200 and nearly 50-year cycle, which will be better, is my hope. But I'm keeping, keep your ear to the ground. If you hear anything about February 20th next year, February 20th, 2022, let me know. All right, and if I find out anything, I will let you know. So, Chris says, I don't understand Astrology. Therefore, I bow to you and heed your warnings. Fair enough. And it's always a good idea. It's always a good idea to, if you can, and I know sometimes it's not possible, but if you can, just have a few extra, just try to, how do I put this? It isn't even just get a few non-perishables and keep those, which is always a good idea. But be too sensible. Adult to the extreme. There's one of my favorite quotes, and I repeat it all the time, is by Flaubert. I'm paraphrasing: be ordinary in your daily life so that you may be extraordinary in your art. He didn't say ordinary. He actually said bourgeois. He meant ordinary at the time. That's kind of what he meant. Be bourgeois in your daily life so that you may be extraordinary in your art. I think that's a good way to live. So if you were to hang out with me for a day and we were just like, no, just go back to business, and you saw exactly what I did every day, all day long, you'd be like, this is boring. It's like, yes, it is. And I like it that way. I have regular meals. I am organizing things. I am setting things up ahead of time. Every Sunday night when the great trio, Johnny, Jenlyn, and Becca are on, that 2 hours, I go down in the basement, and I have this part of the basement where I have these racks where I keep boxes, empty boxes of things. So someday when I move out, I've got boxes for specific things, but I also have some smaller racks where I've got some non-perishable food. I've got some boxes of snacks. I've got a couple cartons of toilet paper, a carton of tissues. I've got, and I organize it, and things are labeled. And remember, the Sunday night, I was down there and I cleared off another section of floor that had don't with the kitten. That, I'm making progress. So Electra says you sound like a Virgo, like me. I'm not a Virgo, but, I was talking about these wedges. My Scorpio sun is in this 6th house, which is the house of Virgo. So even though I'm a Scorpio, there's this whole background flavor of Virgo. Plus, I have Saturn on my ascendant. So you will see organization when you look at me. So, but I'm just bringing this up. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Kate says after the great TP panic of 2020. Actually, I actually made up a graphic. I was thinking I should put this on a T-shirt because I have this great font about surviving anyway. But I thought, no, it's too late. We're not going to have any more problems. I should have put the T-shirt out. So, but saying that try to keep paper products in the house, in the stock. Yeah. Pink says you're speaking to my Virgo ascendant. Diana says auto message of Virgo organization. Yeah. Thank you, Dave. P. Grace says I fail in the labeling category. Would you like some help? I have a label maker. I mean, come on, folks. I mean, I even put labels on my lipstick. This one looks more natural on camera, so that one gets a special label. It's Inspirer. There's Founder, Self-Starter, and Pathfinder. Because otherwise it's just tiny little under here, so I can find things more quickly. So yeah, things are labeled if I can find them quickly. And of course, about the nails. So adult hard. I think that's what we need to do between now and February. And just make sure Do you have, can you afford a little bit of insurance? Do you have renter's insurance? Maybe you can just get a little bit, maybe organize some stuff. Maybe see if there's something you could move into savings, even just a little bit. So I think if we just adult hard between now and February 20th, I think we'll be okay. Memories of echoes. Girl, you ain't right. What do you mean? Sherry has her makeup trays labeled too. Linda says, I'm a Leo with Aries rising. No labels for me. I understand. Okay. Be great. You mean you really have to care about the details, not think it's boring. Do you mind? Really? Mandy says, I'm insured to the hilt. Good. What do I think might happen? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. That's why I'm trying to listen. Now, I hate, I almost don't want to bring this up because I don't want people thinking it's going to be like 9/11. It's not. I just don't think it's going to be that. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I don't catastrophize. I can't, but I don't catastrophize. But on the U.S. chart, with transiting Pluto, when Pluto hit the ascendant of the U.S. chart, which is how we present ourselves, how we look to the world, that was 9/11, and yeah. So, and it's our ascendant is in Sagittarius, which is the sign of travel. And anyway, so Pluto scares the garbage out of me. When it hit when Pluto conjunct my sun when I was 16, it burnt my life to the ground. When it hit my descendant, the opposite of the ascendant is descendant, where I've got a stellium, it burned my life to the ground as well there. I mean, it just, when Pluto starts doing stuff, I'm like, so I'm actually okay at the moment. I don't have anything in the late degrees of any sign. It's odd, but I just don't. So as Pluto's going through the late parts of Capricorn, I'm like, oh, I'm okay. I'm okay for now. But it's going to come up to, when it starts going into Aquarius, there'll be some good aspects, but that's where I start worrying again. So I think we're going to be okay because we've already been dealing with so much. And someone was kind enough to say, well, at least the Orange Menace is not in charge. Exactly. Absolutely. So. Deba says, I've paid all my loans off as fast as possible since my first car. I love freedom. Yes. Powdered chocolate. I'm all for that. Thank you, Kim. Roland says that a Virgo, with an ascending Leo and Capricorn moon, one can never be too sensible, can we? Well, with that Leo in there, if you're going to rule, are you going to be a benevolent ruler? Or you can be a good ruler? Are you going to be, Caligula? No. All right. You go, kitty. Oh. Athos says, we Virgos can't help it. We must always be prepared. Hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, fire power outages because of Pluto. Facebook page down. We're all fine. Very smart. Very smart. Scotia Sweetie, I was able to buy petrol today, so that's nice. Oh, good, because I know in the UK it's terrible. We mostly just ride our e-bikes everywhere, but nice to have a backup tank of petrol. Good. Oh, nay, saying change of government to native rule, changing of Catholic religion being disbanded, could be. I don't know. Well, there's also the matter of what's there. Who else has something particularly significant at 27 minutes 30? No. Who else has something significant at 27 degrees 33 minutes of Capricorn? What other chart has that on their as their ascendant, where their sun is, where their, Okay, Pink is saying Pluto in Aquarius. My grandson has his sun, Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn all in Aquarius. Oh, is he a late 90s? There was I've seen some charts from some people born in the like 97-ish area. And in Aquarius, there's just this big mass. It's like, wow, superstellium. Anyway. Scotia Sweetie says, it seems mostly bad for shortages of food and petrol in the southeast of England, I hear. Okay. Bethany says, my mom is a Taurus moon. So's mine. Okay. Roland didn't check Facebook yesterday. That was probably for the best. Joanne says I have 29 degrees and 54 minutes of Capricorn. Is for the US chart. Which chart are you using? Just so I know. And Bethany says I'm a Virgo rising and extremely disorganized. Well, it depends what else is in your chart. You have to understand, I've got that background Virgo flavor for my sun sign, but I've got Saturn on my ascendant, so it's. So anyway, all right. All right. Just having a quick. All right, I was just having a quick look to see what people were saying. No worries. Pink. Oh, 2021. He's trying to walk already at 8.5 months. Oh, bless. Bless. All right. So let's just keep an eye on that, okay? We'll see what happens here. And I turned that on because it's pretty. The heater's not on. There's no point having the heater on, but I turned the light on because it's pretty. And today we're going 70s-tastic. Yes, indeed, people. It's the Morgan Greer. We've got your handlebar mustaches. We've got your ABBA posters. We've got your headbands. We've got your... Here we go. All right. Okay. So we've done that, and then we talked about the U.S. Pluto return. Actually, why don't I just do a quick... why don't I do just a quick reading? Just a few cards. And then we'll go on to the political stuff. The energy of just looking at astrology is so much cleaner than this tarot stuff. Oh my gosh. Eesh. Okay. So what clues can we get from... I'm going to start a new channel, Astrology Talk. Lisa says, yay, I'm a 70s baby. You and me. Groovy. All right, the 30, 35. The U.S. Pluto return, what's going to happen? The U.S. Pluto return, February 20th, 2022. And bless whoever is needing those emergency services. And also, it's not a good omen that I start reading on this and suddenly it's awooga, alert, alert. Does anybody here know, because this is obscure, does anybody know when I say that? Awooga, alert, alert? Sorry about that. I just saw the ambulance go by. Does anybody know that I'm quoting Red Dwarf? I'm quoting Holly from Red Dwarf. So let's say 36. Awooga, alert, alert. Awooga, alert. You seem to be coming up on a black hole. How didn't you see it? Well, the thing about space, right, is black. And the thing about the holes is they're black. Pluto return. What's the Pluto return going to look like in the U.S.? February 20th. Phone rings, notification, sirens. What? Man. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, right. Ace of Pentacles. Well, it is in the House of Values and Valuables. So, could be money related. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. Do I have all 12 questions today? I pretty much. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'm literally here 365 days of the year. So, I don't even know if I can get through all of them today, but I'm going to try. All right. 9 of Wands. Temperance. Be vigilant. We've been through a lot. Be vigilant, but be temperate. In the immortal words of Douglas Adams. Douglas Adams? Don't panic. Do I have the right Adams? I think so. Justice is in the middle. Page of Wands. Bless you. King of Swords. Well, this is good. Hey, come on. This isn't bad. There's no massive catastrophe here. I got Justice in the middle. A message. King of Swords is either legislation or Supreme Court. Legislation, voting, or judicial matters. Interesting. Don, so long and thanks for all the fish. Exactly. Yes, I do it the right one. Okay, but this is a just be sensible. Be sensible. Be good to the kitties. Temperance. All right. So it's not. It's saying that something will happen, but it's not necessarily going to be. All right. Up you go. There you go. It's not necessarily going to be something that's going to massively disrupt our lives or it's something something judicial. Okay. Chris Martin says I need a booster too. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. Appreciate it. Julie, have you ever read your cat's horoscopes? I don't know. I don't know when they were born. And they're not blood brothers. So, remember, Alfie is a year older than Bailey here. So, I didn't even name them. But I think he's a Pisces. And I think Pumpkin's an Aries. Yes, you. Mr. Sensitivity. As opposed to brave Sir Alfred of Pumpkin, who runs toward the vacuum cleaners. I think it's a fair assumption. All right, any more information? Well, yeah. I'll get to that in a second. All right, Four of Wands. It's a card of vacation, retirement, a wedding, a party. All right, some rancor. Rancor, illness is what we're dealing with. And again, we've got this Justice card. All right, these are our clues. All right, so let's noodle on this. Okay. Kate says, run toward the vacuum is my mantra ever since you told me that story. Oh, that is wonderful. Kristen was just saying that news, Trump is running a shadow campaign so he can use super PAC money like a giant slush fund. Yeah. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Okay. Oh, Debbie knows. My husky Grady is a Cancer. July 4th is his birthday. That's sweet. Phoenix says maybe Boo Boo's a Cancer. He seems to always know when you need a hug. Could be. I don't know. I just... Not always, but a lot of cats are born in the spring, so it was an assumption. I don't know. So, anyway. Okay. Elaine, is that toward me? That's very sweet if it is, but it's sweet toward anybody. All right. Okay, so at 43:30. Oh, yay. But this is what we're here for, 43:30. I'd be reading on this stuff anyway. I really would. I'd be sitting here doing this myself. So thank you for being here with me, because I'd be going, okay. Because Janelle asked a very good question. Greenburg. Don't remember who Greenburg is? Matt Gaetz. Wingman. Scumbag. Greenburg, who is supposed to be going up for his court date. Actually, I just looked at that. I don't need to look at that. So now I can flip back to October. Here. Right now, I think it's actually November. No, Ghislaine Maxwell's trial date is in November. I don't have it written. But I did. October, November. When Greenberg's court date is supposed to be. Thought I had that written down. Well, stinky. Anyway. He's asking for the court to delay sentencing until March of 2022. Uh-huh. Why? Because he wants to continue cooperating. Okay. You just keep remembering things? You just... Oh yeah, I forgot. All these months it's been, well, I just remembered this guy. Yeah, I'm having hypnotherapy sessions, so my memories things are coming back to me. So yeah, just put off any kind of sentencing we'll just put that off till next year. Yeah, because I just it's right on the tip of my tongue. Who is involved in me hiring women to, I'm sorry, treat horribly and while we're allegedly taking powdered sugar. Oh yeah, it slipped my mind. So, is this jerk going to be treated with kid gloves? Yes, girls, not women. Exactly, Holly. Exactly. So, Greenburg. I'm getting a mental image of an eel slithering, trying to. True, Kate. All that powdered sugar messed with their memories. Exactly. Floating lotus, slippery as an eel. See, that was the mental image I got. Okay, we'll have to look at Washington, D.C. All right, secrets. High Priestess, secrets. Many, oh, so many secrets. Greenburg. Burden. Feeling a little burden, Spiff? Lies. Illusion, delusion, lies, burden. When I lay my head down to sleep at night, I fall asleep because I have not done this sort of stupidity. I'm not saying I've lived a perfect life, but I can say for certain, if you'll excuse the term, that nothing in my life has involved hookers and blow. It's not that complicated, really. Anyway, I hope that wasn't too harsh. World card. Seven of Swords. The Hermit. You guys laughing at my jokes just makes my day. Seriously. Burden of the lies about the women. But this is also the ending. This is center of the reading, and this is you're done. Your old life, gone. But this is a card of a thief. And this is isolation. A lot of time to be thinking over your past misdeeds. Not that you feel bad about them, but because you got caught. So is he going to get extra time? Because that doesn't feel... These are not happy cards. This is not, oh, you're going to be fine. If you... Okay, so let's say you came to me I don't usually do personal readings, but every once in a while I will for like friends or something. Every blue moon. And ask, okay, I've got this court thing, and I'm asking them to put it off. What do you see? Well, what were you doing? Well, it involved H and B, what I just said earlier. Really? That was a bad idea. How much trouble are you in? Because this is a big change in your life. And if you're cooperating, why is there a thief card here? And scrutinizing the thief card, are you flipping on somebody else in a massive way? That feels like you. Why am I wasting my time reading on you? That's what would happen. Oh, Pink, I love that. Not too harsh. Being a new granny, I'm dealing with boogers and blow. As in blow, honey, blow. That's sweet. That's sweet. Man. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. So, 3 more cards on Greenburg. Scumbag. Oh, 2 cards in the center. Whoa, many cards. Oh, this one's going upside down. There's some panic here. There's some real panic. He wants temperance. Please, oh, please, please. It feels like, oh, please, 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 I want temperance. Please, please. Yeah. Did you think about that? Came with the girls? Yeah. Disappointment. My sympathy for you is at 0. Yes, 0. All right, that was the card for the reading. That's what he wants. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. 2 cards for the middle. Well, he can't exactly wear a wire and get other people involved because they know it's been so public that he's a legal problem. He's like talking like, oh my gosh, it's the worst thing ever. And they've got a magician upside down. This is not pulling a rabbit out of a hat. This is pulling a rabbit out of a hat and knocking you down a flight of stairs behind you. This is not going to go well for him. And if he is guilty of what he's done, it shouldn't go well for him. It should not even remotely go well for him. So the next question was at 5330. 5330. What does this mean for Matt Gaetz? Michael Grant says he's delaying in hopes the MAGA will set him free. Yeeps. Okay, Michael Grant says another issue with Greenburg is he was an elected official dealing with the evaluation of property in Seminole County, Florida. He was using the state of Florida resources to operate an escort service. I lay down at night to sleep. And you know what happens? I fall asleep. Because my life does not involve bribes, possibly mistakenly evaluating stuff and people's property and running an escort service. Yeah, I don't do any of that. I sleep pretty well. It's not complicated. Be bourgeois in your daily life. Be ordinary in your daily life so that you may be extraordinary in your art. And you might sleep at night. What a kid. Okay. Well, how is this going to affect the Bob's Big Boy statue? that is Matt Gaetz. Bob's Big Boy Burgers statue. That's why Gaetz got married. He got married so he would look more respectable. Matter of fact, apparently I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that that's one of the reasons they didn't want him at Fox News and Newsmax and all these places. There was too much stuff swirling around him. Plus, he was doing nothing to counter that Caligula image. And then, oh, he eloped. So that's going to affect Gaetz. Teresa, didn't work. Michael says, poor bride. If I can't say that if my new husband took a picture of me like he took of her and put that out there, that would be a red flag. Hanged Man. All right. Well, it's a delay. He's all for delay. He's taken the it's stressful, but he's taken the Trump playbook to heart. Delay, delay, delay. Nothing ever happens. Help him. He just goes about. They delay it enough. Maybe he'll have kids. Maybe he'll, Oh boy, there's a death card there. There is the Star. There is the Eight of Swords. There is the Hermit again. And there is the Ten of Pentacles. Well, now, this is a lot of major arcana. This is a lot of major arcana. Card for the reading. Hanged Man. Things suspended. Things being put off. Death card next to the Star. This would be an ending and a clearing of the air. But right in the center, he's hemmed in. So things may be delayed, but he's still feeling the pressure. And for a while, he's just going to continue to be wrapped in the arms and protection of his family and money and prestige. But he's being scrutinized heavily. People around him are being scrutinized. Yes, Elizabeth, lie, deny, delay, deflect, over and over, exactly. Thank you, Sean. Oh, boy. Pink says, I'd never stop wondering how many other pictures he'd taken of me. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, you're okay. Someone's just getting ice. You're okay. Thank you, Hippie Gypsy. Thank you, Cheryl. This is 70s-tastic. It's fantastic. I love it. Matt Gaetz stirring up garbage as he does. The newlyweds. Give just a little. Oh, I'm cooperating. Just tiny bit. Really, that's all you got, huh? Because what a great big sword of truth here that's going to cleave your life in two. So for right now, Gaetz is just Gaetzing. What do you think, sweetness? You sleep pretty well. Yes. Yes, because your life does not involve hookers and blow. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Anyway. Okay. Frida Smith, tomorrow will be a spider sweater. This? No, I don't have a spider sweater. I don't even use spiders in the Halloween decorations. I've got the covers for most of the month. I've just got 4 days at the end of the month. I have Halloween Day, and I have up through the 26th, but I need the 27th, 8th, 9th, and 30th. So I just have 4 more, and then I'll have all the covers, Halloween covers for the month. Anyway. And thank you, Cheryl Ward. My blush is age perfect. And the color is peony. All right, what's next? What do you think, sweetie? We have lots of thank you, Kat. All right, let me see what else we've got here. Oh, 101.30. 101. Does somebody want down here? Will Trump lie under oath in the Summer Zervos case? What do you think? You're okay. You're okay. What do you think, Kitty? Approved? You're a good boy. All right, so we'll because apparently the judge has said that Trump has to answer questions under oath in the Summer Zervos case. Is he going to lie under oath? Is Trump going to lie under oath? Where are you, Trump? Oh, yes, there you are. So you're going to lie under oath? I actually put it out of my mind. Sorry, I've got an itch right on the edge of my eye, but it's not in my eye. I honestly put out of my mind how awful he is sometimes. I really do. How Trump, how demeaning he is toward women, how awful he is toward women. But reading on this, where I was asking, are you going to lie under oath in this case? The energy I got as a response was so demeaning toward women. So they are nothing. They are absolutely nothing. Yes, James, he is so toxic. King of Swords. Being asked questions that he needs to answer. He's supposed to answer truthfully. What do you think, sweetie? Is he going to answer truthfully? I don't think he's going to answer truthfully. Oh, one of the best 70s Tastic cards. Look at that mustache. What you think you on? Look at that handlebar mustache. You gotta love that. That's the Chariot. That is law. The law coming for him. Court stuff coming for him from all directions. King of Wands. That's Trump the man. Temperance is in the middle. Oh, it's good. Have you guys seen him being deposed in other times? My favorite was the belligerent, awful Trump just suddenly, oh, I can't read that. I forgot my glasses. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot my glasses. I can't read that. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I forgot my glasses. And he keeps repeating, I forgot my glasses. Okay, we'll read it to you. Well, okay. King of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles. I think she's going to end up sitting pretty. This feels like her lawyer. He's going to play games with this. He's not taking this seriously. There are bigger fish. I mean, he just wants to just throw money at it and walk away. Not that he really has money, but he just wants to throw money at it and walk away. And I think she will end up with some money. But I do wish they could start pulling apprentice tapes out of the vault. Lucky girl. For those who are interested in seeing highlights of Trump being deposed, where he's a totally different person, please see this Mother Jones video. Exactly. Thank you, lucky girl. Thank you. Pink says, I've dealt with so many narcissists, I don't bother asking any questions anymore. They will never give you a straight answer. No. And it's always something that's just not quite right. So you get, it's like you have to ask another question to try to clarify, which of course just sinks you deeper into their grossness. It's like, I don't want to know. I don't understand. I don't need to understand. I don't know. I'm out of here. Yeah. Pauline Francis, isn't Gloria Allred her lawyer? If so, he's for a rude awakening. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Fi says they should have cheaters of various strengths and hand them to him. I would personally be like, okay, then we are going to put this on pause. How long is it going to take you to go home and come back? And as soon as you're able to do that, we're going to pick up right where we left off. I'm serious. I wouldn't put up with it. I would not put up with it. Moon. Somebody trying to hold him accountable. Oh boy. Three of Pentacles. He's going to say they just want money. Strength. Sun. Judgment. And Seven of Swords. He thinks she just wants money. She's very strong to be doing this. This Sun card in this deck, I guess you got a man and a woman there. So bringing all of that to light. And there's Judgment. But why have I got a Thief card here? Is it because he gets away with it? Because this doesn't happen until, is it by the end of the year? Because he usually puts things off until the end of the year. But I want to say, I know that his astrology right now, he's being buoyed right now from the bad aspects happening this month. But in November, by Thanksgiving, all those good buoying aspects are gone. So it's just all that negativity. But I don't know what happens in December. I'll have to go look. Oh, Pamela says Gloria Allred is no longer her attorney. Fair enough. Pink says, I'm pretty sure they have an overhead projector in the courtroom somewhere. Yeah, I could borrow it. Yep. Kevin says he says he forgot his glasses because he can't read, most likely. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Damage done. Queen of Wands. Page of Cups. Seven of Wands. High Priestess. I'm not getting him getting into serious trouble. He gets away with something. He's on the defensive, but there are worse secrets. According to the cards, she was hurt, and she's the strength and making herself vulnerable. And Queen of Pentacles, she might be able to get some money for it, but he somehow, the thief, the High Priestess, yeah. Thing says so. How does Dumpy's chart look on February 20th, 22? That is a very good question. I hadn't gotten there, but I'm going to make a note. Make sure. Trump's chart. I will answer that tomorrow. Okay. Yes, his astrology chart shows how lucky he is. It is very frustrating. Disappointing, yes, and frustrating, yeah. Michael Grant, sad thing is that like Reagan, Trump is a front or distraction from some really awful, powerful people who do not want to be seen. That's true. I would love to get this deck. It links in the description box. This is the Morgan Greer tarot. There's a list of tarot decks I use down in the description box. And Morgan, it's alphabetical. Morgan Greer. Hit the link. There you go. Okay. Yes, Julie, that is disappointing. Okay. Okay. 112. Okay, Janelle is asking, why is Pence sucking up to Trump? Is it blackmail? Is he? I can just ask, but I hadn't heard anything. 112:30. Okay. Chris says we will have some wins. However, we will also be disappointed. I totally agree with that. So, Pence. Oh, thank you, Hippie. The Iceman. Oh, Kathleen says Pence was on Hannity last night. Gross. I'm so sorry that you know that. So why is Pence? Why are you sucking up to Trump? If you believe that not only do you talk to Jesus, but that Jesus talks to you, and he is okay with you sucking up to Donald Trump, you're not talking to Jesus. No. Knight of Wands. Oh, I fought for you, Trump. I was your protector. I was devoted. Temperance, slow your roll. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups. He's wasting his breath. Deaf ears. Trump doesn't know, doesn't care. He is dismissed Pence from his mind, except for he betrayed him. Pence could have done something. Pence should have done something. Pence is persona non grata. To a narcissist, it's hard to even wrap your head around what narcissists, how they view the world. We're not autonomous. People are not autonomous. I don't have my life and Hugo has his life. And no, it's Trump's life. And from inside his skull, everyone is an extension either helping or hurting him. That sounds exhausting. Thank you, Sandy. All right. 1/15. By the way, if I ever seem disgusted, it is never at your questions, and it's never at you. It is at these people. So, and I really appreciate your questions. I really, really do. They're very important to me. So. Kevin's saying Pence is an empty suit's empty suit. All right, 1/16. Apparently, CIA veteran Evan McMullin has launched a U.S. Senate campaign in Utah as an independent to oust Republican Mike Lee. Oh, he's back. He's the independent guy who was trying to take down Mittens a few years ago, running against Mittens. Is he going to have any luck? Evan McMullin. McMullin, are you going to become Senator McMullin, who ousted Republican Mike Lee? Sorry, itch right there. Evan McMullin. Okay. 6 of Cups. Oh, it's Utah. Mormons. Anyway. Fruits of Labor, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups, Magician, 9 of Cups. I wonder who the Democratic challenger is going to be. Fruits of Labor, taking action, Knight of Cups. It feels like he's going to make a showing. But I've got a Knight of Cups in the center. Cups are usually Democrats. And I've got a 9 of Cups at the end. The merchant, but it's a more liberal merchant who actually wins. But he makes a good showing. Well, what about Mike Lee? Will Mike Lee be removed, voted out of office? More Tom Selleck. I can't remember the theme for Magnum PI off the top of my head, though. And the Butler guy, he was actually the author, wasn't he, on Magnum PI? I don't know if that's just a rumor, if they've actually... Does this matter? But on Magnum PI, it was the Butler was the actual writer, wasn't he? Anyway. Ah, it's got your sweetie, yep. Even though we never saw him writing. Neat trick. Anyway. Mike Lee. Well, wait. 120. Sorry, I got lost. Republican Mike Lee. So you're going to stay in your seat? Having to walk away. The red cloak walking away and a whole bunch of cups. A lot of Democratic energy building up. There's no way you're going to get a Democratic senator in Utah. Knight of Wands. Page of Swords. Empress. Moon. Ace of Swords. Oh, this does not look good for you, buddy. What you been doing? Is there talk about him having had something to do with January 6th? Because this is not good. This is America seeing whatever happened, and this is a whole lot of chaos and a sort of truth. Doesn't look good. Not good. That does not look good for Mike Lee. So, all right. As Barb says, lots of people moving here from California and Nevada, so who knows? Okay. 122. This is a serious question. Lisa has a serious question. Will China and Taiwan go to war? Will the U.S. get involved? I've heard on this before. I've been getting a no, but we should check in. It's been a while. China and Taiwan. Because, yes, there is. Who was it? Because Linda replied, it's worrying after seeing what happened to Hong Kong. So China, here being awfully aggressive. Is China going to go to war with Taiwan? It's a nostalgia card, which can be good or bad depending on how far back we want to go. Hanged Man. Tower. Queen of Wands. 5 of Cups. Ace of Cups. I don't like it. Oh, Ben King says that it came across Lawrence O'Donnell last night that Trump will be called to testify in front of the January 6th committee. Publicly? I don't like the suspension and kaboom, trying to fight back, but it's just with sticks at a sword fight. This is disappointment and emotional. I don't like it. I don't like it. True. Linda's saying Taiwan was on the last holdout after the Chinese Communist Revolution, has long been on China's wish list. Yes. Jenny says, I see you as a teacher, and I wondered if one of your tarots is a teaching deck. Oh, yeah, I had an idea for that. I should write that down. Thank you for reminding me. I knew there was one I was forgetting about. Dave says China will never give up on Taiwan like they never gave back Tibet. Yeah, see, that's the worry. I'm going to need to get faster. I need to get better with astrology. I'm going to have to start spending more time looking at stuff like that, trying to work out a better system for figuring things out. So then I can look at charts and have a better idea. 2 of Pentacles. It's right now, the situation's dicey at the moment. Got that Ace of Cups again. Got a Lover's card. And the Empress. The other part of the question was, will the U.S. get involved? This would be a close ally. This would be a strong ally anyway. Cancer Nation, America, July 4th, Cancerian. Empress is the card for America. China definitely wants it, but the threat of the U.S. not wanting to get into a bigger deal with the U.S. might actually... Page of Cups might actually be reason enough to slow their roll. Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of money involved. Maybe there'll be some concessions. I mean, they'll work something out. But I've got a 4 of Swords. These are weapons, and this is silent as a tomb. So there's a lot of bad energy there. But I think that China really does not want to get into any kind of military conflict with the U.S. right now. Zelia says Australia, UK, and the US will dissuade them, I hope. I hope so. Again, Ace of Cups. All right, so I'm just getting the same energy over and over. Emperor. Devil. Empress. China's emperor, whatever they're calling him these days. The US. The devil. That would be an ugly, ugly conflict. Let's all get along. So, okay, yes, the U.S. would protect Taiwan, and it would be ugly. So, China's... I don't even know what... I mean, why buzz this? Why buzz the island? Why stir this stuff up if you're not going to actually do anything about it? Dave says China has their own to suppress. They don't have time to have a war with the U.S. And it's true, Michael. Taiwan would not hold for very long if the Chinese were serious. That's true. But if the U.S. rolls in to retake Taiwan from the Chinese to give it back to the Taiwanese people, I was kind of hoping that the U.S. could get out of wars for a little while, at least the big ones. Maybe spend some of that money on our country. Just a thought. All right. At 1:29:30. 1:29:30. I'm not going to be able to get to all the questions today, but I'm here tomorrow. And I'm afraid to say, when people send me questions outside of the chat, I unless I have a way to write it down where I am quickly, I don't usually get to read on it. So do put things in the chat. I've started on the community page. You just go to the Black and Orange channel, the community posts. I have a post where I have linked to every live stream that week. So you'll be able to put questions in. So it's not hidden or anything. So you have options there. But if you're leaving questions other places, or like the afternoon creative sprints over on Book Art Media, or a lot of times in the chat, or not in the chat, in the comments, like read on this tomorrow, I don't always see it. So just letting you know, I'm sorry. If I had more hours in the day, I'd be able to do so much more for you guys. But I just, anyway. 131, where was I? Got that. Here we go. Check in on the filibuster, shall we? Will Democrats remove the filibuster to pass the debt ceiling? Will Democrats remove the filibuster, pass the debt ceiling? I know what it feels like right now, but, you know, energy can change. Hippie Gypsy. I don't know if Autumn reads Trump is the devil all the time, though. No, he's usually the fool. He's usually the fool or the king of wands. And there, I could say something extremely rude about him being the king of wands, but I'm not going to. Democrats remove the filibuster. That's a debt ceiling. Exactly, Kate. Two of Swords. Well, decisions need to be made. Legislation needs to be passed. Magician. 5 of Cups. You think Democrats are disappointed? Just a little? Yeah. Page of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. The message, the far right message, the far right talking, the filibuster, it's right there. And then many of them to speak to get the right-wing stuff, policies through. So basically stopping the Democratic agenda. Some people standing up. This is Manchin. This is cinema. This is it causing extreme disappointment for Democrats. The answer is the cards are saying no. Cards say no. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can squeeze in a little bit more. 134. Let me see here. All right, let's check in with Mitch over the next 6 months. Oh no, lucky girl. Yes. Here's Lucky Girl's kind enough to say, here's the link to Autumn's community page for those who are wanting to find her upcoming live streams. Yes. Or to post a question for her live streams. But don't post it on the community page. Just go through to the chat on that live stream. So Dave says as much financial information coming out about Manchin, he may wind up being Jared's cellmate. I think I'm going to have to ask about that. All right, let's check in with the Grim Reaper in his claw. Thank you, Lucky Girl. McConnell. Hey. Every time he laughs, a firefly dies. A butterfly dies every time Mitch McConnell laughs. Feels like he's laughing. Hermit. But he is out of power. At least direct power. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who voted in the last election. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Ace of Cups. There's the Emperor. Oh, the democratic power pouring out. 10 of Pentacles. All right, so the Republicans are just gathering together. They're getting along because they're not arguing over anything. They just had to add more insult to injury. And kill legislation, Grim Reaper. So McConnell over the next 6 months is just more of the same. McConnell. McConnell over the next 6 months. Dave says McConnell's the walking dead of fascist authoritarian corporatists. You're not wrong. Hello, kitten. How are you doing, sweet pea? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't do personal questions. Sorry about that. I just do political stuff, usually U.S. politics. Ugh, McConnell. The energy's just awful. Oh, there it's the Hermit again. Obstructionist in chief. High Priestess. 9 of Wands. 8 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. Over the next 6 months, he needs to worry about the January 6th Commission and what they uncover, and other legal stuff that's happening. That's what he needs to worry. He needs secrets. They feel beaten up. He's fed up with Trump. It's like, yeah, you're fed up with him, but you were perfectly happy going along with him. So sit down. Evidence being left, and just chaos and people trying to save themselves on the right, distance themselves from the more extreme. That's his next 6 months. That's what I'm giving. Okay. Let me sneak this in. 139. And I'm sorry if I didn't read on your question. It is never anything personal. $139. We haven't checked in with the Slim Reaper in a while. That's what Stephanie Grisham called him in her book, the Slim Reaper. Basically, I call him the evil mannequin, Jared Kushner. We're hearing absolutely nothing about him being in legal problems, him having legal problems. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's nothing. Silence. Debit the wax statue. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently Stephanie Grisham calls him. She said that everybody calls him behind his back, calls him the Slim Reaper, because he would insert himself into whatever project you were working on, destroy it, and then walk off and blame you. Yeah, Teresa, not even a cricket. So somebody gonna, I don't know, do something. Kushner, somebody, hello. Where are you? Ooh. Found him. I think if he was around me, he would feel like he was slumming. Well, sword of truth, that's what we want, but we're not seeing any sign of it. So, anybody? Knight of Cups? Yes, go after. Go. What he did should not be legal. Going around the world and compromising our national policies for the promise of him getting a massive loan. Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Emperor, Lovers. Well, that's Trump and the Emperor's daughter, but here's evidence. They've got a lot to get. This night feels like he's going to do it, but people have too much on their plate right now. Is what it feels like. Too much to clean up, too much that's really pressing, but there will be evidence collected. So does Kushner ever see the inside of a prison other than being complicit in the immigration prisons? Children? Why everybody in the White House and beyond did not walk out of the government at that point, I do not understand. If everybody left, there would be a crisis and things would have to change. They would. No. Oh, if you can't get to the community page, the links soon, not right now, but like within the next few days, will also be daily on Twitter and the Facebook page. And beyond that, I don't know what to do. I'm spending a huge amount of time and effort trying to get these links to you because YouTube just doesn't create them. They don't have a listing. So Page of Wands. Oh, far right message. Seven of Wands. I might need a shower after this. Queen of Wands. On the defensive, but fighting for the Trump. Oh, there's a Ten of Swords right in the middle. There is an Eight of Pentacles and a Knight of Wands. So he keeps on keeping on. There's something in the distance. There's something in the distance. It's out there. But it's just not on the radar right now. That's what I'm getting. So, all right, me hearties. That's going to do it for me for today. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I so enjoy spending time with you guys. And I'll be back here tomorrow because I'm here 365 days of the year. At the tone, the time in Chicago will be 1:53. Ding. At 4 o'clock Chicago time, I will be over on the Book Art Media channel as usual. We do 4 25-minute creative sprints, just blocks of time where we just focus on whatever creative projects we have. The world needs your creative energy. It is healthy for you to have a creative outlet. It is healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and putting creative energy into the world, which is always wonderful. Always good for everybody. So you're always welcome. I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's not even monetized. Links in the description, Book Art Media at 4 o'clock every day. So other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow to answer some more of your questions. And I will have a look at Trump's chart, what's going to be happening on February 20th, 2022. And don't forget to please keep your ear to the ground. If you hear anything planned for around February 20th, 2022, it's only about, 5 months away or something? 2, 3, 4. 4 months away, 4 and a bit. So, all right, hang in there. Take care. There are good days ahead. There are. Promise. Scotia Sweet, you inspired me to create again. Oh, going Create-tober this month. Thank you. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Good. All right, we'll get through it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.